A Greek media outlet has released new details about the maritime agreement between Albania and Greece, with Athens admitting the 2009 talks with the Berisha government used incorrect methodology. Rental increases were the single biggest pressure on cost of living last month, with experts saying economic instability is driving an increase in demand on small, cheap suburban rentals. Tirana's Mayor Erion Veliai declared another promise delivered upon as he inspected the work which transformed the Sharra cemetery. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday the 10th of February 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. Greek media revealed part of the negotiations between Albania and Greece in terms of maritime border issues. The energypress.gr news portal underlines that this will open the way for the exploration of oil fields. Albania and Greece appear to have concluded the agreement for delimiting exclusive economic zones. In addition, the article also raised the detail of the Greek side accepting for the first time that the 2009 talks with the Berisha government had assessed the maritime borders in part using incorrect methodology, a point which has consistently been raised from the Albanian side. As Energy Press notes, the Greek side has admitted that, during calculations, the maritime bays should be considered closed, and therefore provisions under the International Convention on the Law of the Sea should be applied. In order to balance this acceptance of this error, Energy Press sources have said that, under the new agreement, the Albanian side cannot raise any claim on the continental shelf of the Otonoi and Erikusa Islands. The cost of renting an apartment is continuing to grow. The latest Instat data shows that compared to January 2017, the biggest increase in costs of living are observed in the group rent, water, fuel and energy, with a rise of 3.3%. But why is this happening? Experts explain that economic instability has made families, young people and students increase the demand for rented apartments. It has also recently been determined that those most in demand are the smallest apartments at the lowest end of the pricing scale. Economic instability has led to increased demand for small apartments, said Lefter Sila, a real estate market expert. Sila went on to explain that the suburbs remained the areas most in demand due to the more affordable prices offered to citizens. The apartments in the suburbs are the most sought after because they are cheaper, clarified Sila. Meanwhile, the sale price of apartments remains stalled, with estimates predicting little to no future movement either. Recent trends also show house purchases are made mainly through the viability of bank loans, with little to no cash deposits applied. There has also been a significant increase in construction permits. Instat data shows that for a 9-month period in 2017, a total of 167 construction permits were issued, compared to 65 for the same period of the previous year. Education Minister Lindita Nicola has issued an apology to the university professors suffering from a delay in receiving their salaries. She explained the situation created is related to the law on higher education and financial autonomy. Nicola assured that the professors would receive all their back-paid salaries on Monday. It is a necessary adjustment that arises as a result of the new law on higher education that offers more financial autonomy for universities. It has also been decided that any budget that remains at the end of the year is to be inherited in the next budgetary year, explained Nicola. The chair of the Media Commission, Albana Vokshi, who a few days ago denounced the salary delay, called the minister's apology a hypocritical failure. Vokshi accuses the minister of intentionally not issuing the bylaws that would allow the payment of 15,000 professors. The entire system of higher public education has been paralysed by the lack of sub-legal acts, which should have been adopted back in April 2016. This is a clear abuse of duty, accused Vokshi. According to Vokshi, the Democratic Party supports all educators, artists and youth in their fight to protect their rights. The solution to the lack of doctors in district hospitals will arise thanks to the assistance of the white shirts at the university hospitals of the capital. This patronage system, according to Prime Minister Rama, serves to solve the vacuum that has been created over the recent years. Overseeing the operation of this system closely, Rama and the Minister of Health, Ogerta Manastirliu, attended the Kukas Hospital, where they held a meeting with a number of people, including doctors and patients. Tirana will now come here, and Tirana will go to all hospitals where there is a need for specialist doctors. We have to do this until at least January 2019. By that time, the specialist doctors, who will be full-time every day, should have arrived, said Eddie Rama. The patronage program aims to assist with waiting times for consultations, examinations and surgical interventions, added Minister for Health Manastirliu. Prime Minister Eddie Rama underlined that this program will work for nearly a year until 300 doctors complete their specialisations. Another project aimed at filling district hospitals with qualified doctors is offering a bonus incentive of 250,000 lek to those who choose to accept work contracts in regional hospitals. We have said it from the beginning that for all cases when specialist doctors agree to go to hospitals where there are no specialist doctors, we will give them a bonus in addition to their salary. The idea is to offer an alternative incentive to going to Germany or Italy to provide an opportunity for a similar economic boost that they would see if they were lucky enough to find a job there, said Eddie Rama. In Kukas, Prime Minister Eddie Rama also closely inspected investments that have been made to the water supply network in the village of Orjost, providing a solution to the problem of drinking water supply in that area. Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliai, has inspected the reconstruction work for the cemetery of Sharra. Depicting the muddy and dusty area that has now been transformed into a more dignified environment, Veliai underlined that the promise has been made and has now already been fulfilled. We promised that we would rehabilitate the cemetery of Tufina in the first half of our mandate and in the second half, that of Sharra. I am glad that we have completed these two very dignified projects for our city before the close of our third year. Sometimes in politics and even in the public scene, we give attention and importance to those who make the most noise, who shout too much. We forget that, in fact, the duty of our city is to take care not only for the living, but also for those who have contributed a lot and deserve the same service and respect, said the Mayor in his speech. He added that the project involved a full intervention of the area. We arranged a parking lot, the cemetery of plaques, and we are trying to make this environment more dignified. Perhaps we relieve the pain of coming to such a place by making it one of peace, rest and meditation, rather than a place occupied and abused in every corner. The way Sharra Cemetery will work is in the form of a ring. We enter from the main road in Sharra, then we go to Lek Zaharia Street, which has also been rehabilitated. In addition, the residents in this area can now enjoy more civilization, more urbanization, declared Veliai. The Mayor emphasised that as part of the cemetery rehabilitation project, all illegal constructions were also removed. He added that the municipality will intervene in other cemeteries of other villages. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you, good night and have a lovely weekend.